Coming up tonight, a major endorsement for the FNM's by-election candidate. This as the former Prime Minister and party leader helps to campaign on Grand Bahama. Plus, a scathing social media reviews calling the government's free breakfast program unhealthy. Officials on the defense. And later, the fifth quarter Battle of the Bands officially a wrap. Our Jean Joseph has the highlights in tonight's arts and entertainment. These stories and more as our news weekend starts now. This is our news weekend. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Megan Shepard. Former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham making what some are calling a significant political appearance in Grand Bahama yesterday as he made public his support for the Free National Movement's candidate in the upcoming by-election. Candino Knowles reports tonight that with just 10 days remaining until the crucial vote, Ingraham's presence expected to energize the party's campaign.
This year's the FNM man, and this year should be the man for Best Grand Bahama and Bimini.
Support is strong for the FNM's Bishop Ricardo Grant after that endorsement from former party leader and former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham, who on a recent visit to Grand Bahama said his party's candidate in the upcoming by-election must keep the focus on uplifting constituents.
I was very hurt when I discovered that one of the needs of people in this area is food. Yes. I can't believe that. Yes, sir. Because the Bahamas is able to ensure everybody is fed. And so I'm glad the governing party will discover that as they go around house to house in this constituency.
Asked what he thought about Grant's chances in the November 22nd vote and whether its outcome could predict the winner of the next general elections, Ingraham said,
and I know that when we were in office, we did lots of things for this part of of Grand Bahama and also for Bimini. And I know when they compare our record when we were in office with what the record is of those who are in office now, they'll be able to make a judgment that says the FNM cares for us.
And with that, the former Prime Minister, who remains a prominent figure in Bahamian politics, asked supporters of the governing Progressive Liberal Party to consider this.
What we are asking many of the PLPs in this part of town to do is to lend us their vote. Demonstrate to the PLP that you are independent enough to say, listen, I'm going to vote against you this time. If you are serious, you'll come back. If you're not serious, I'm gone for good.
There's been speculation about whether Ingraham, who is said to still hold considerable influence within his party, supports Grant or the FNM's decision to run a candidate at all.
I never said any such thing. Right. A newspaper article said that. I heard Fred Mitchell, the chairman of the PLP, tell an outright lie on television when he said that I was quoted in the newspaper saying, don't run here. That is not true. Right. Untrue. I never did any such thing. Never said any such thing. I gave the leader some advice privately as to the chances and the obstacles and the challenges in seeking to run here. Right. The party decided it wanted to run here. Correct. The party decided almost unanimously. I am one member of the party. Once the decision is made, I am all for that.
As for Bishop Grant's ongoing campaign to become the next area representative, Ingraham says it's an uphill battle.
We're trying to get something, we're trying to take something from the governing party. They have the public treasury at their disposal. That's a hard thing to do. A hard thing to do where they could use our tax dollars to campaign with. And all we got is our meager resources. So if we could win, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
As for how he believes Grant can secure that win,
keep doing what he's doing. Going house to house, talking to people, get the good ideas what their needs are, what their expectations are, so he can be their voice and speak for them when he gets elected. It's House Assembly. And that's what he's doing.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Candino Knowles.
Thanks so much, Candino. Staying focused on the work of the people. That's the word from Golden Gates MP and Public Service and Labor Minister Pia Glover-Roll, who addressed supporters on night one of the PLP's 55th National Convention. When Roll took the stage, she encouraged PLPs not to get caught up in the negative political rhetoric, particularly from the opposition.
Don't Don't get caught up in the cynicism. Don't get caught up in the negativity. The work was a mammoth one and continues to be a mammoth one. And we are making progress, and we are certain that we are moving our nation forward and in the right direction.
She also spoke about contributory pension for public servants.
We increased government pensions in 1 year. Now we're working closely with my colleague, Minister Halkitis, and our Attorney General in crafting and launching a contributory pension that will benefit public servants and improve the conditions for our public servants. Even if they decide to leave government, they will be able to take that pension with them.
Well, former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram also addressing the Public Service Minister's pronouncement at the PLP's 55th National Convention that the Free National Movement did nothing for the public service. Ingram telling reporters he was stunned.
That's an outright lie. There's no need to lie in this business. When she goes to work every day as minister, she goes to the place the FNM put there. When she talks about minimum wage, that is what the FNM put in the law. The PLP has been around for 25 years and never passed the minimum wage law. Ask the civil servants who gave them a reduced number of hours to work during the course of the week, reducing the work week, who gave them increased increments, who increased their salary. Ask policemen, any policeman anywhere in this country been in the force for any time, or teachers, etc., etc. So don't say things like that. It's not true. So, Mr. Glover, please don't say it. Please take it back.
Following Friday's vote in the Progressive Liberal Party's 55th National Convention leadership race, Obi Roberts emerged as the new deputy chairman. He replaces Robin Lyons, who contested the chairmanship post and lost to incumbent Fred Mitchell. Roberts spoke with Our News about the demands of the chairman's job and what he hopes to see in Mitchell's new term.
Being the chairman of a political organization like the PLP, the demands are so great because we look at maintaining the structure of our branches throughout the archipelago, keeping the meetings vibrant, reaching and staying in touch with our people, hearing their concerns on what is going on from Grand Bahama in the north all the way down to Inagua in the south. That is what brought us to victory. The continuity of listening to the concerns of our people when we were in opposition, and we heard them and we made the adjustments that was needed under Chairman Fred Mitchell, and that led us to victory, as we have led by Philip Brave Davis and I, Chester Cooper, who was our leader and deputy leader of the party.
Roberts ran for the deputy chairmanship unopposed. However, when asked who he supported for chairman, he responded this way.
We support whoever's successful primarily, but I'm a creature of habit in terms of that right now. Both of them are very good friends of mine, and whoever's victorious, I'll be willing to work with them in that regard. All right, I support my chairman, and Ms. Lyons is a very good friend of mine.
Well, meantime, the head of the National School Breakfast Program coming to its defense after recent news reports claim the meals that are being served to students are unhealthy. While addressing scathing social media reviews during this week's press briefing at the office of the Prime Minister, Program Coordinator Benita Adderley said claims of the meals having no real nutritional value are simply not true.
As a food scientist, I can actually tell you we have evaluated the meals. We can give you the caloric value as well as nutritive value of every item that we would have selected. We expected better, really, because it's quite concerning that the news outlets would create a story from something so positive. We have done a mammoth task as a steering committee to make sure that everything that we offer to our students is at the best level possible.
The program has now been extended to more schools across the islands of Abaco, Exuma, Grand Bahama, and Cat Island. And despite the scathing criticisms, Adderley says the work continues.
Though disappointed in the release and the statements that were stated on social media, I will not allow it to deter us. It will not stop us. We will continue to push forward and provide these students with the best that we have to offer. Being mindful of the fact that many students do not have breakfast to eat in the morning, Many students leave home, even though they do have breakfast, they don't have the opportunity or the time to consume such. So we will continue with this endeavor. It is an excellent initiative.
Lots more news to get to, but now it's time for your first look at temperatures with meteorologist Ian McKenzie. Ian?
Thanks, Megan. Good evening, Bahamas, and welcome to this Remembrance Sunday. Currently outside our studios, we're under mostly clear skies with a temperature of 79. Our winds are from the northeast at 10 miles per hour with a feels-like temperature of 82. Current temperatures across the islands at this time in our nation's second city, Freeport, we have 77, a set of 79s in Marsh Harbor, the capital, and also in Governor's Harbor, 80 in Great Harbor Key, 81 in Allenstown, and 78 in Nicholstown, Andros. In the central Bahamas, we have 80 in Camps Bay, also in Coburn Town and Arthurstown, Kidd Island, and a pair of 82s in Georgetown and Deadman's Key, Long Island. For the southeast Bahamas, we have 83 in Duncantown, Ragged Island, and also Matthewtown in Nagua, a set of 82s in Colonel Hill, Delectable Bay, and Abrahams Bay, along with Providenciales, Turks, and Caicos Islands. Taking a first look now at our satellite and radar composite at this time, we have few clouds streaming across the extreme northwest Bahamas. This is all courtesy of a stalled frontal boundary in the vicinity of the central Florida area. Elsewhere across the southeast Bahamas, we also have few clouds, and that is associated with a weak trough system. Stick around for extended forecasts, and our tropical weather outlook is still to come.
Still to come on Our News Weekend. Notice any changes in the appearance of your skin lately? Well, this is Healthy Skin Awareness Month, and it may be time for your annual scan. Plus, Bahamians could soon benefit from more access to film education and casting opportunities. We'll tell you how when Our News Weekend returns.
Doctors Hospital has reimagined primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
November is Healthy Skin Awareness Month, and tonight we continue to raise awareness about your body's largest organ. Dermatologist at the Art of Skin Clinic, Dr. Deidre Nelson-Sands, spoke with me about the importance of yearly scans.
Whether it is your mole check, which is yearly, or whether you're just coming to manage your diseases such as acne, melasma, or even eczema.
As a predominantly black nation, Dr. Nelson-Sands says Bahamians can sometimes underestimate the effects of consistent sun exposure on the skin.
Most people think that only Caucasians can get skin cancer, but whilst we do mole checks yearly for Caucasians, even persons of skin of color can also get skin cancers. But not only that, skin of color can get dyschromia, or that's like weird pigmentation. Have you ever seen somebody who has dark pigmentation here and light pigmentation here and dark here, and it's just a mismatch of colors? That's what sun damage does to persons of skin of color. So basically, you should still get checked, even if you're not those persons, one of those persons prone to having skin cancers.
She shares some signs and symptoms you should be aware of that could signal it's time to see a dermatologist.
If you are worried about a particular mole on the skin, what we'd want to do is check the size, the shape, any changes in color. For example, if you have hair or something else on it that either falls out or starts growing, the edges of the lesion, and symmetry, which means whether you can flip the lesion from one side to the other and it matches. Any changes in any of the things I just mentioned.
And when it comes to prevention, she says daily use of sunscreen remains the best protection. Dr. Nelson-Sands adding that medical professionals are even now recommending sunscreen use at night.
Well, the American Academy of Dermatology actually recommends nightly sunscreen at this time, because we're exposed to so much light, whether it's from your phones, your iPads, your TVs, and that sort of thing. So blue light, basically you'd want to protect from that too. So sunscreen would actually be mandated at night as well as in the daytime. However, start off with the daytime and try and get yourself into the habit of putting on your sunscreen every day.
Bahamian creatives could soon benefit from increased film education and casting opportunities after discussions at the 20th Rome International Film Festival. Rowena Poitier-Sutherland, who attended the festival earlier this month in Rome, Georgia, used the opportunity to promote partnerships with African film professionals. Seth Ingram was one of them. Ingram, who is the creative director of RIF, says he plans to visit the islands to establish a collaborative partnership in entertainment and education.
We've been working on a lot of international partnerships. Recently we were connected with Israel. We're still working with them to develop some partnerships. We signed an MOU, and now we're exploring a new partnership with the Bahamas. And it has great opportunity for education for both Americans and for Bahamians, and to open the door for international experiences for both cultures to share.
If successful, the proposed partnership could be a significant step in fostering international collaboration in film and education. The Bahamian Consulate in Atlanta is also supporting the effort, with Vice Consul Duran Saunders also participating in the event. His conference, a curated showcase for aspiring Bahamian talents, got underway yesterday. It put them in the best position to be discovered by international agencies and take their talents to the global stage. A similar showcase is how co-founder of CMM Agencies, Stephanie Nihon, was discovered by international model scout and consultant Karen Lee. And now she says she's proud to give other talented Bahamians the same opportunity.
Came for an event that CMM was having, and it was my first time to the Bahamas, and I just fell in love with the Bahamas. And then I came to this beautiful convention, and there were a lot of great people, but I saw Stephanie that just caught my eye. She was 5 feet 10 inches tall, and she had this long, lean body with great body proportions, and she had this unique look, and she does have a unique look. And that's really what we look for. Yes, we look for beauties, for classic beauties, but we also look for interesting and different and unique.
Now, the conference wrapped up today with an actors showcase. Some big-name modeling and talent agencies are at this year's conference, including Ford Models, Elite, Wilhelmina, and Society Management, which currently represents international Bahamian model Tess Carter.
I think it's important that everyone has that opportunity to enter the fashion industry. Either you are from New York City, from the Bahamas, from Poland, from Australia, from anywhere in the world. We are all to dream about being a model, and you guys organizing this event, you're giving an opportunity.
Well, when Our News comes back from the break, local and international marching bands going head-to-head overnight. Our Jean Joseph was there for the battle and has the exciting highlights. And is it too early to start your Christmas decorations? We'll find out on the other side of this break.
Have you heard that sound? It's the sound of us. Since our origins, we burst music. Our sounds mixed together. So let us hear your sound too. Your sound of passion, of joy, of friendship. The sound of your style and the beat of your night. It's time to play together. The sound of Guinness. The sounds of greatness.
This is Our News Weekend. Welcome back. Lights, camera, action. It all went down last night at the Bahamas All-Stars 5th Quarter Battle of the Bands. The show, which wowed the many in attendance, was also a testament to the power of music and the lasting impact of youth organizations. Our Jean Joseph was there as the battle unfolded.
The 5th annual 5th Quarter Battle of the Bands at the National Beach Soccer Stadium was a night of excitement. The rhythmic sounds of drums and instruments carried across the harbor as hundreds of eager residents, family, friends, and fans waited for the battle to start. On one side, the charismatic Yonel Justilian and his team led the mighty Bahamas All-Stars Marching Band. On the other, Devaro Wilson directed the talented Millwood High School Marching Falcons from Oklahoma City. Wilson, a former protege of Justilian, the Bahamas All-Stars, boasting over 150 musicians, faced off against the energetic Millwood Band, which had around 40 members and dancers who had traveled for the event. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force Band, C.I. Gibson Pop Band, and C.B. Battle Pop Band added to the night's entertainment. Local entertainer Shine 242, who performed with the All-Stars and the Marching Falcons, said this event was inspiring.
Words can't even describe it, these kids really has our future, and for them to be displayed on this kind of stage is very, very awesome. It's good for the country. It's good to encourage even other persons who want to be a part of these bands. Because music, I know music, and I know what music is too. And hey, it's outstanding. That's all I can say.
Before the grand finale, a captivating drum battle featured drummers from the All-Stars and Millwood. The main event saw Millwood's impeccable performance of American hits countered by the Bahamas All-Stars' bold Bahamian rhythms. In a surprising twist, the two bands joined forces on stage, fusing Bahamian and American styles to create a harmonious collaboration symbolizing unity. Justillion says he looks forward to further Battle of the Bands editions. In his closing remarks, he reflected on the many persons that had passed through the band and the positive impact music has on the youth of the nation.
So when I see all of this being done, it almost brings tears to my eyes. I tell you, sometimes we don't hear all of the good that's happening among our kids.
As the stadium emptied, the Sidney Poitier Bridge loomed in the background, a testament to the bridges built through the universal language of music. Reporting for Our News, I'm Gene Joseph.
Thanks so much, Gene. Still to come on Our News Weekend, Ian is back in the Weather Center with your extended weather forecast as to what you can expect for the week ahead. And it's the most wonderful time of the year. Well, almost. Our Marlena Leonard settles the debate on the right time to start your holiday decorating. That's coming up right after this final break.
Over 5,500 voters headed to over a dozen polling divisions.
On 2 islands covered by one network.
Join the RTV network starting at 6 p.m. Wednesday, November 22nd.
For the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election results.
Stay with the team you already trust.
Welcome back. Well, we had some great weather today outside of our studios, but as to what you can expect heading into the work week, meteorologist Ian McKinsey is back with your extended forecast.
Thanks, Megan. Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look now at your extended forecast, but first we begin with a look at the tropics, where we have an area of low pressure just in the southwest Caribbean Sea. The National Hurricane Center is giving it about a 50% chance for some development over the next 7 days. Taking a closer look at home right now, where we have a weak frontal system that's trying to make its way across the extreme northwest Bahamas. This should eventually stall and merge with some tropical moisture that will enhance moisture activity across our area midweek to into the weekend. Taking a closer look now at our hurricane tropical outlook. Again, from November 16th to the 18th, there is a medium chance for some development in the southwest Caribbean. Here's a look now at your boating forecast in the northwest Bahamas. We're looking at winds easterly at 10 to 15 knot, seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Low tide tomorrow morning, 12:58 a.m. High tide as well at 7:19 a.m. tomorrow morning. For the central and southeast Bahamas, a small craft caution is out there. Winds northeast-east at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 7 feet, and that should also generate some rip currents for you swimmers out there as well. Here's a look now at your national forecast. And in our extended forecast, we expect beautiful conditions continuing pretty much into tomorrow with that high pressure system before it gradually begins to slide eastwards ahead of that frontal boundary that should make its way into our area around midweek, where we would see increased showers Wednesday, Thursday, gradually clearing Friday, and we would see those temperatures start to dip a bit, rain cool temperatures into the low 80s, but expected to gradually increase by the end of the week. Expect those lows to stay in the mid to low 70s. That's a wrap on the evening forecast. Make it a great night, everyone.
Well, every year the debate persists online. How soon is too soon to start decorating for Christmas? Well, our Marlena Leonard asks retailers in this report.
Driving through New Providence, you may have noticed there are already Christmas trees lining Mackey Street. But when is the right time to start preparing for Christmas?
For Shop Smart, they say the answer is simple. They switch from spooky spirits to Christmas spirit on November 1st.
But here at Shop Smart, November 1, Christmas trees come out. November 1st, yes, because we want to get these trees out there. People are decorating earlier and earlier every year because they say Christmas is the most joyous time of the year. And with that being said, they want 3 months of Christmas sometimes, okay? So some people say, I don't do Halloween, I go straight to Christmas after back to school.
She says they even have a loyal following who never take their trees down.
We have Bahamians who do Christmas year round, meaning that they have their trees, they purchase them from Shop Smart, they keep them up all year. And listen, they decorate them for every season. So they just come on in, if it's Easter, if it's Valentine's, whatever time of the year, they come on in, they get their ornaments for that season and they put them up.
And Hasty says the early enthusiasm extends beyond New Providence.
I have people calling from the Family Islands and they say, hey, I bought a tree from you 2 years ago. I want a tree like this to send to my cousin in Eleuthera. Can you please get that tree for me and put it on the boat? Because we cover the whole Bahamas, every island, every rock, every key. Not just here in Nassau, the response has been great.
Over at the Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center, they've had their trees up even before Halloween. Manager Love Gina Tanis tells us why.
Yeah, we skipped Halloween, and we wanted everybody to know that we were ready for the Christmas holidays and just have in their mind that, you know, we sell Christmas trees.
And she says they've already had sales.
We have a lot of customers that have been interested. They've been coming in, looking at the prices. We already gotten sales on our Christmas trees already. It's never too early to prepare for Christmas, and traditionally Bahamians, we don't check about Halloween that much. So it's like, let us focus on what we care about, which is, you know, the spirit of Christmas.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Marlena Leonard.
Thanks so much, Marlene, and thank you for joining us for Our News Weekend. I'm Megan Shepard. On behalf of the entire team, we're wishing you a safe and wonderful weekend and an extra special happy birthday to our very own Italia Hall. Continue to enjoy.